Welcome everyone to the channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about airgun tuning. Now, the airgun that I am tuning is the Air Venturi Avenger. This is the bullpup version. Other housekeeping notes, we have a 6x24 scope on top as well. You will be seeing a lot of scope cam footage in this video. And my goal was to try and find an alternative ammunition that worked in this. So when I got this gun, I pretty much only shot the Crosman Premier hollow points. These are 14.3. I know everybody just groaned at that, but they're probably the best all-around cheapest, when a heavy emphasis on the cheapest option that you can shoot. Why? Well, they come in at 1.1 cents per shot. You can find them anywhere and everywhere. Comparative to something like the H&Ns here, which we tested, you have to buy these online or you have to go to a specialty airgun shop. I can find these at Walmart. Also, I forgot to mention this is a 22 as well. So that's kind of the caliber we're shooting, and I got them to shoot very well. And this is our measuring tape. Can we find something that beats this? Like I said, everybody in the airgun industry just said, wow, you're using the Crosman Premier hollow points as your base layer. This should be pretty easy. Any one of these should win. I would tend to agree with you. However, we have to look at results. So that's our control. We're testing 3 other pellets, and I'm picking on H&N today. And we've got the Barracuda Hunters. These are an 18.1 grain. We've got the Barracuda Hunter Extremes. These are an 18.52 grain. And finally, we've got the Barracuda Matches. And the Barracuda Matches are a 21.1 grain as well. Or they're the heavy boys. So we have 4 different ammo weights, and you know, we'll see what performs best. Okay, so we have Crosman Premier hollow points, then we've got the round nosers, then we've got the hunters, and then we've got the extremes. So it looks like we're going to take the extremes here, and the Crosmans here. We'll do a 10-shot group each. Rain. Okay, let's match up our controls to what we're testing. Here's our 5-shot control group. This is the Crosman Premier hollow points right on my fingertip there. That's 5-shot group. Then we go to these are the match ones here, the 21.1s. Then over here on the right, we have the Barracuda Extremes. And then up on top, we have the Barracuda Hunter Extreme. So these are the ones that have the little Phillips head in the front of them. Now, looking at these two, we can safely eliminate two of them and push on to the next two. So our control did yield the best 5-shot group, and then not far behind it, we have the Barracuda Extremes. I'm going to get you guys a measurement on it. I didn't measure it pre-hand, so give me a second here. Okay, so now that you have the measurements there, this is how that target was sitting. So these are all 5-shot groupings. Now, I think 5-shot groupings tell us a lot for initial testing. I always go to a 10-shot grouping when I say, what is this really going to do? I think a 10-shot grouping is much more reflective of what the overall possibility that you might shoot out of a string of shots rather than a 5 or a 3-shot group. I've had several instances where, at 50, 100, 150 yards, whatever, that I take a 3-shot group and it's absolutely phenomenal. And then, you go to a 5-shot group and it doubles or triples in size in the group. So that's why I go to a 10-shot group. I think it is much more reflective of what the gun can do and what the ammo consistency is. So that's what we did. And here are the results. You're going to see them on the scope cam, and you're going to see them here. Now, this is where I say we need a lot more data, because as you see me shoot this particular group here with the Barracuda Extremes, you do not see the group opening up, but you also do not see more holes appearing. And when I look at this, I see, at least 5 impacts. So there's where my pointer finger is. There's only 1 hole there. But then in addition, you look at the hole above and below, and there's at least 2 impacts in each of those holes. So that gets me to 5. I might be good, but I don't think I'm that good. When we go to the Crossmans, you can see that we have a much more expected rounder group. I think that is appropriate, and I think that is very reflective of what all my groups look like at 25 yards. So what this tells me is that the Barracudas are very, very consistent, but I might have 2 or 3 different head sizes or something along that line. We need more data. But overall, group size is very, very similar. I think the Crossmans edged out just a little bit, and we go, well, that's pretty good for comparative. Now, as a closing point, this gun can be tuned to shoot almost any ammo. I say almost because there are some oddballs out there, and I've got a set that will not tune whatsoever. What I want to do is I want to find a tune that I can pick up this pellet and say, all right, at 25, 50, 75, and even 100 yards, I can put it on a target like this and feel comfortable, whatever that grouping size is. Because these are cheap, they're easy to shoot, and all those fun things. What I also want to do on this same tune is I want to be able to pick up a pellet and I say, I want to get a tighter grouping, or like these Barracuda Extremes, they are a hunting rifle and they're a very aggressive expanding round. So I want to, shoot squirrels or rabbits or whatever during seasons, of course. I want to have a more lethal round. I would love to, on the same tune, go plink paper and go shoot squirrels. So that's kind of the goal of this exercise. Now what I could do is I could say, well, I want to remember where the tune is at, where the regulator's at, where the hammer spring adjustment is at, and I could tune it to shoot these very well, which I've tuned them to shoot very well. And then I could say, well, I up the pressure a little bit, I up the hammer spring a little bit, and I go shoot these. And what that lends itself to is, a little bit of tuning here and there. Is that a problem? No. But what my goal is I have to remember to tune the regulator back down and tune the hammer spring back down. Otherwise, I pick these up when it's tuned for this one, and I'm shooting these, and I'm going, I'm not getting very good groups. You see what I mean? That's what I'm trying to achieve right now. And if I can find one tune that shoots 3 or 4 different kinds of ammo really, really well, that's a huge win for me. All right, that's enough ranting for today on this topic. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate it.